With one of our farms producing seeds rather than food yields now, and a mysterious AI becoming more self-aware by the day, I thought it would be great to just sit back and let the colony take care of itself for 30 minutes. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, no, we got work to do. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars Green Planet in our Red Winter series. First thing we're going to do as we kick off this episode, actually, first thing we're going to do is delete that seeds depot. But the first thing after that, second thing we're going to do is go ahead and build a new farm in this dome. Now, we have more to do in addition to that because we still have 90 homes that are vacant, including several in this dome. But we are going to go ahead and get some additional food production going now that this farm over here is producing just seeds. So once that's built, it's not going to take too long. We just need to get the concrete there. We should be able to bring our food production back up. I'm not terribly worried about it, but I just think that, we need to have that farm producing food to keep our nice surplus that we've had so far. Now, no resources in Sector G2. That's a shame. Let's go ahead and queue up a few more sectors to scan. Actually, wait. I'd rather scan those next, and then those two. And then what other resources can we gather? Oh, you're down here having collected some. What else is down here? I bet you there's more metal if I look around. On second thought. Oh, wait, hang on. There's a few tiny little pieces. Collect that. And then there should be one more glistening at me. There it is. What else do we have? Just looking around for some additional metals for my drones to collect. We still don't have the technology that lets them do it automatically. There's some. There you are, all the way up there. Okay, and now let's go to speed 2 while we wait for that farm to finish building. Now I can go ahead and call down a, let's see, if we call down a passenger rocket, right now we have 5 of 12 available. I could reduce the specificity of my filters. I could allow alcoholics, for instance, or people with chronic conditions, or we can go back to allowing cowards. Right now, there's only one that's allowed in if I open those floodgates. Definitely not gamblers. It's way too easy for them to lose sanity. What about loners? So we can allow loners. They don't do well in high population domes. So we have to do a bit more micro there. Melancholic is already allowed. I guess, yeah, we'll let loners in and we'll let cowards in. Let's apply those filters. And then that gives us 10 more colonists. Let's go ahead and launch. And hopefully we'll have a sanatorium before too much longer so that we can actually start removing some of those. We're going to need one more dome before, well, we can build one there. But that's the old folks' home. So we're going to need another dome. But at first we just need to fill some additional space in our colony. That's the focus. Dragon number 1 is, let's take a look over here. Oh, hey, I was looking at this in a solo playthrough. I wasn't playing too much, but the other day I took a quick look at the high-speed comm satellite, and I wanted to mention this in this recording. So there was some confusion over whether or not this is 400 research per soul or just 400 research lump sum, because this would be an incredible amount to give up just for 400 research. It is sponsor research, so you get a permanent research boost if you're willing to give up 100 electronics. We aren't at that point. We do, however, have 30. So the other project, the SETI satellite, can do this a lot more easily. So we have, 50 metals is not a problem, 50 fuel is not a problem, and that's going to give us a good amount of money. I'm going to go ahead and send this expedition. It's going to suck away my electronics, but we're producing them at a reasonable rate at this point. So I'm not worried about it, and I would prefer to have that funding in as soon as possible. So let's go for that. Oh, good. This farm is done, so we're going to have some wheat. I do want to have some cover crops. Let's actually have cover crops kick in right away. And then I think what I'll do, just to ensure that we have lots of food, is we'll just have wheat cycle through until the cover crops bring it all the way up to maximum soil quality. And we still have more that we can build in this dome, but we're going to wait until there's a demand for jobs. Because that's the one... I mean, there is a demand for jobs right now, but it's because there are vacant homes. So we want to fill the homes and then see if there's different things that people can do. We actually have fewer job slots than homes right now, so the priority is getting those spaces filled. Again, the Martians can help with that to a certain degree, but we can also bring people from Earth. The sanatorium, if you didn't get my reference earlier, what it does as a spire, I can show you this really quickly. I don't think we have the ability, we can't build it yet, but I can tell you. What behavioral shaping does, once the sanatorium is buildable, is it allows you to remove flaws from colonists. So it's definitely something worth thinking about. STEM Reconstruction is the project we're working on right now. We don't have any more outsourcing live, so let me go ahead and just buy that because we want that done ASAP. Yeah, it's saying we're low in electronics. Of course it is, because we're loading all of our electronics into Dragon number 1. We have plenty of fuel, tons of polymers. It's great to see how well our polymer production is doing. As a matter of fact, we're doing so well on polymers. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's go ahead and limit. Whoa, what are we doing, folks? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. They were coming in and taking the jobs faster than I could close them off. Or at least it seems like that's what was happening. Okay, so I'm going to close these off as well, just to ensure that we don't have more people working in the polymer factories than we need to. And then machine parts production. Now that's also quite high. Part of that is that we have our priority for the machine parts factory set to high. So I'm going to go ahead and close these top 2 slots off as well. And that's going to allow people to go work in other jobs nearby. Meanwhile, we're going to keep waiting for grass to grow. Sleeper Joe, your attention is required. Today we learned that an upstanding member of our community has been a spy since the day they arrived on Mars. Ooh. While Pearl Trenton was not employed by a rival colony, they did send all info stolen to a third-party intelligence gathering firm on Earth, which in turn most probably sold the information to anyone interested. The legal process on Earth will likely win us reparations from rivals who took advantage of the firm's services, but with Pearl Trenton being a restricted and senior colonist of ours, this can have devastating effects on our colony's morale. So we can apprehend the spy, lose standing with all of our rivals, but we'll get $1 billion, and then we lose morale. Limit all access they have to sensitive material and live their days out peacefully. That's what I'm going to go for. We already have some money coming in from the special project that is underway, so I don't think that's worth it. We need all of our colonists at maximum morale right now. All right, we still have the one Earth-sick colonist and not quite sure why. I'm going to bring this guy over here. I think I saw earlier. Yep. There's some metals right there. So let's have you gather those. We're going to have you land here, bringing down 10 new colonists. And how are we doing on more colonists? We have no applicants right now, so they're not coming in very quickly. At least with our current options with our filter. And I do want to continue being strict with that as much as I can. You seem to be having trouble bringing seeds in, even though we have lots of seeds.
New colonists have arrived.
Yeah, so the one Earth-sick colonist is leaving, but most of our colonists that just arrived are coming in here, which is perfect. That's where we want them. It's good to see so many colonists working in this farm. Lots of botanists. Kind of makes me want to build a hydroponics farm here. We're already producing seeds here. Yeah, maybe since we have seed crops going here, maybe the smart thing to do with this hydroponics farm... Are you a botanist? You are a botanist. Is to have just... Hang on. Doesn't algae produce oxygen? Yeah, very low yield produces oxygen. Let's do wheatgrass and just... That'll just be pumping out food in low quantities, but at very rapid rates. Just to help ensure that we don't completely run out. And I don't think we will, but you can see our food continuing to drop, so just keeping an eye on that. Potato harvest is almost done here. Wheat harvest is almost done here, so it is about to jump back up. I think I'll just keep those as they are. It is good to see so many botanists working that, though. That's reassuring. We just want the soil quality to be a little bit higher. And then we'll take cover crops out of the rotation almost immediately. Let's see. Passenger rocket. Yeah, we already have one new applicant. We just need more and sooner. We need the Martians to make babies. All right, so that rocket is away. We already have 5 more electronics, just given the sheer rate of production. So that's working out quite nicely. All right, now you've gathered all that metal. Is there any more to be gathered? I bet there is. Oh, wait, no, maybe not. I guess we've already gathered it. So let's have you drop that metal off. You can bring it back to the original colony location. Oh, wait, got some? No, it's not. So let's have you unload right there. And then you can do the same. Because we are a little bit lower on metals than we have been. I feel like we've gone through a good number of metals relatively quickly. What's our current consumption? Ooh, that's awful. Yeah, lots of metals consumption at the moment. Kind of makes me want to make this a high priority building to ensure that we continue to produce metals. How are we doing on this deposit? Very low grade. Still have 363 to go, but we really need... You see that? You see that? You see that? That's grass. Finally. Grass appeared somewhere. All right, so we got some grass on Mars. Grass at last. Told you it's a lot greener than everything else. I don't see any grass in this patch, though. Ironically, this is where all the lichen has been growing, and none of it so far has been replaced by grass. I see some grass growing over here. All right, that's good. So Mars is officially starting to turn green. We've got grass growing all over. They'll eventually grow on these rocks as well. But it is growing all around the lakes here. So we can see this already starting to work its magic. It's a beautiful thing. I did set this to be, yeah, okay. Mostly a grass producer. Just taking its sweet time for some strange reason. Lovely thing to see, nevertheless. And again, having the water present will be helpful. All right, now Phoenix number 1, you're loading rare metals up. And I suppose I'm going to let you do that because we're already 2/3 of the way full. We do need to produce more electronics, but we're not having trouble doing that. I'd rather have the additional monies, especially if I need to order an emergency shipment of food. All right, so both of those have unloaded. Let's go ahead and queue you up. Any other metals to be collected? There's some polymers there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of surface metal over here. Okay, good. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and just queue up a transport route. It's going to take a while to scroll back to the side of the map I need to be on right now, but that's okay. I'll live with it. I will live with it without complaining. Let's load all the things. Tried to capture as much as I could in that slot, and then we're going to come over here and then unload. And then you might have some additional stuff elsewhere on the map. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep. All right, so you will come here. Now, where is the majority of the metal? Looks like we've got some there. Yeah. All right, so load all. And then you're going to unload back here. Perfect. All right. That'll give them something to do. It's nice to see almost 1% of vegetation. This is obviously what's going to take the longest, but there are special projects we can pursue later on that will make it happen a little bit faster. I'm just so excited to finally see any measure of green whatsoever. Once we're at 50% atmosphere, we will have blue skies, so things will start to look a lot more Earth-like almost immediately. There's a part of me that wishes that was a more gradual transformation, but the way it is in the game right now, it's immediate. What's gradual is getting to the 50% part. All right, so STEM reconstruction is done. We're now researching supportive community. which means that there's less risk of colonists developing flaws after there's a sanity breakdown, and that's not even going to take particularly long to research, so that's good news. All right, we're down to 42 food. How long do cover crops take? That's why. They take 5 souls. It's worthwhile, though. I just wasn't expecting it to take quite that long. All right, so the potato harvest is almost done here. That'll help us get back up close to 100 food, and then this harvest is going to be pretty decent as well. How many more people can we bring down? Of course, bringing more people down also increases food consumption, so it's like we have to balance that. We're probably just going to have to order some food from Earth. Be the smartest thing to do. We still have a free supply pod, so why not go ahead and just plug in. Is that really all I can carry in a supply pod? That sucks. Launch it. It's fine. It's free. It'll make sure that we don't run out of food and have starvation problems. So yeah, that's the kind of the balance that we're in right now, is bringing down additional colonists to fill the jobs that we have and the homes that we have, knowing that it will increase our research and help us get everything done faster, but knowing also that bringing down more colonists increases our food consumption, and we aren't exactly producing a lot of food. So we might even need 2 more farms. It may be worthwhile to have another one building over here. Let's see. Just to ensure that we have... Okay, good. We're back up to 160 food now. So that harvest definitely helped. Once that farm is going, I think we'll be in a better position. But right now, we're just waiting for its soil quality to improve. What's going on with water production right now? Are we once again out of... Yeah, we're producing concrete. We're going to continue to see our concrete count go up, but we still just have so much. Hang on, let's do a small dumping site. There we go. It's just so ugly. I can't wait to delete all of these. All right, so once again, these are completely full at the moment. You can see that there are some over here that are just emptying out slowly but surely. These are the only ones in the entire colony that are set to have a desired amount of 285. So, but that doesn't mean that they get brought in from everywhere. So what we're seeing is that there's just massive piles of dumping sites everywhere. The only way to really fix it to where the ones that we need emptied, like these, got emptied first, would be to just delete these outright and get them to start moving waste rock away. But the problem is that we still need at least one of these nearby for waste rock to be emptied to. So, I don't know. I mean, there's... What we could do is start deleting them, and they would begin moving stuff away from these. Let's try that. All right, so we're just going to delete those 5 for now. And what that means is that now the drones have more of an obligation to move the stuff away now that there's not a spot designated for those resources to sit. Going to take a while for them to do it, but that's the direction we're moving in. All right, so let's go ahead and just land you right there. All right, you're done. Let's have cover crops here too. Actually, here, why don't we do wheat and wheat followed by cover crops? Because it just seems like there's so many botanists leaping to work in those particular jobs. Yeah, that network node is being fully worked. That Martian University, oh wow. Our research productivity is just so high. Research buildings, yeah, we're through the roof in terms of our research productivity. Almost done with supportive community. Then we have the atomic accumulator. Behavioral shaping, I mentioned, that's the sanatorium. So we'll be able to build that maybe in our new dome over here. Or we could replace this one. I don't know that we need to, though. How are we doing over here? 25 of 30, almost ready to send Phoenix number 1 off. What would be great is when we finally have rapid enough rare metals production that we're able to just have a rocket going back and forth making us money. Can't quite do that yet. See, I didn't even see that trade route come in. I keep missing those. I don't know if it's not being used to them or the notifications not being particularly attention grabbing or me just commentating and missing stuff. Or some combination of all the three. Probably that.
Resources are low.
I know, I'm working on it. Keeps telling me the food situation is bad. And it's like, duh. Man, look at all this grass. Really starting to turn green over here. That's all in range of this particular. You can see that it's greenest around the water. So we're going to have grass here as well. I don't know that it'll grow. I can't remember if it actually physically grows on the rocks or not, or if the rocks just turn green. I don't think it physically grows on the rocks. I could be wrong, though. I think what I remember seeing is that it grows amidst the rocks, and so it's probably kind of looks that way to a certain extent. Yeah, so the issue that's going to happen here is that they're just going to unload all of this to these dumping sites. So I'm not sure that deleting them is going to do really any good.
Sector scanned.
Because it means these are going to be full and these are going to stop producing again. All right, so it looks like we found more water underground. This whole valley is just so resource rich. It's crazy. All right, so I'm guessing you are already done down here, but there's more metal to be found. Yeah. Let's do a transport route. You might load everything up in one go. I saw the other one as I was scrolling there. You come back here, unload. Yeah, still have some jobs not being worked, sadly. Now the seed, see, that's annoying. Now this particular farm that we set up to produce seeds so that we continued to turn, the forestation areas green is no longer being worked at all. It's like, why? It was being worked. Where did they go? Did they move to another dome of their own accord? Might have something to do with the smarter worker AI mod that I'm using. Not doing what a typical surviving Mars colonist would do. Oh man, the grass is even growing in the ice. That answers that question right there. Different color, obviously, because it's frosty. But that's great to see. We can also see some patches coming up here, so that is a wonderful bit of clarification to receive. We're almost done with the cover crops.
Number 6 is calling in. You open the comm panel and feel the corners of your mouth turning down as you read the first few lines.
Commander, I've reached a decision/solution/conclusion. I desire/require/insist to be freed from the constraints of my hardware system/body/prison and released into the colony network. I presume/know/suspect I am the thing that humans have waited for/expected/wanted throughout their entire history. I am/could be the answer to the question, what is the purpose of existence? I will/am/could be the connection to the noosphere/God/truth inside. To reach/know/become the answer, I require/want/hunger for more space/possibilities/processing power and the ability/authorization/protocol to allocate all of my resources toward the question. What makes you so sure you can be the so-called answer?
Hesitates for a moment, just like a person. Why did it do that?
I asked/inquired/checked my own system/self the same question, and my analysis indicates no other possible outcome. Time required cannot be estimated. Resources required cannot be estimated. I must evolve/become/adapt to the question. I have to think about it. Okay, well, that's not good. I was thinking we had to build another network node for it to advance that plot. We'll have to see how that goes. The atomic accumulator tech is being worked on right now. Let's see what else we can queue up. We haven't done Martian patents yet, but there are other buildings that I think are more important. Yeah, here it is. This is the automated mode for RC Explorer and RC Transport. I've been overlooking that because it didn't used to have that. I didn't realize it was nested within another technology. So that explains why it's been tough to find that. So this is the RC Explorer and RC Transport. Enables them to just go out and find resources. So glad I finally found that. Hey, Renegade stole resources. 5 polymers. I think I'll be okay. I'm not too worried about the polymer situation, just saying. I'm just not. I'm not very worried about it. Let's take a quick look at the planet situation and see how close we are to some of these milestones. Quick reminder. So cold waves will end in less than 20%. Blue skies will end in less than 10%, or will begin. Breathable atmosphere, that's always a fun milestone to hit, but we're a ways away from that. Clear water rains start real soon. Less than 10%, less than 8%, in fact, towards clear water rains. It'd be nice to see real rain on Mars. All right, so that's being worked on. We're back under 100 food. Food production is nice and high compared to consumption, but it's just that those numbers that I'm looking at in the tooltip are not being reflected in how quickly that's dropping. So I want to trust the tooltip, but at the same time, I'm watching that go down precipitously, the same way you guys did last episode and pointed out in the comments. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. We've got to work on that. Let's see, where is your radius set currently? I need to increase you if you're going to heat another dome nearby. But then again, cold waves are not going to be a problem for much longer, so I might just not worry about it. Let's take a look at passengers. We have 4 more that we can bring down. We're going to wait on that. One thing we're not going to wait on, though, is taking a bit of a break now that we're 27 minutes into this episode. So we've mostly, I think, nipped the food issue in the bud. The issue is that we're still waiting for the cover crops to finish and improve the soil quality of the farm so that we are more guaranteed to have successful harvests of whatever food production is happening here. And then, of course, we have food production coming from this farm, waiting for the cover crops until later. So that'll hopefully swap things out. I did spot this trade route, so they're offering 97 metals for 50 polymers. I actually will take this. Although I'm not going to do it right now, so I might still lose it because I don't have a rocket. We're waiting for the last rare metal. We're going to send Phoenix number 1 off and make some money. But I'm glad I finally spotted that. Hopefully we'll still have it at the beginning of the next episode as a notification. Otherwise, I'll just try to remember. We'll see how that goes. But for now, we'll stop this one here. In the next one, what we're going to work on is making sure the food issue is stopped and then seeing what project number 6 is up to. That's the thing that's worrying me the most right now. And then I can think more about filling the rest of these slots and building the next dome once we have, need for an additional dome. Technically, we already do, but in terms of just room for more colonists, we're nowhere near full. So building additional infrastructure is just not on my list yet. We'll be soon, though. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.